So today I'm going to start the process of decorating my 3-year-old's room. I started to piece together a design in Canva, so I did kind of like a little mock-up, which I'll show you. Right now I'm going to start with the wallpaper. My idea was to do the basics first, like the bed, the wallpaper, the rug. Hopefully I can get through this. My battery is completely dead, so it might not let me. I was saying that I was starting with the basics, and then I'll add all the accessories once I get the base of things down. So I'm starting with the wallpaper, and that's probably going to be the biggest challenge, only because when I did wallpaper for my nook downstairs, I realized that as I was trying to adjust it, it was taking the paint off the wall, and it was like little chips coming off the wall. So I know that that's gonna be a challenge, and the wallpaper that I bought was just from Amazon, and it was pretty cheap, but it was the design style that I loved and was looking for, and I really didn't want to sacrifice the design for the sake of the walls. So I am forcing myself to learn a new skill, which is how I'm going to repair these walls when we leave here, and I have to take the wallpaper down, but I'm already fully prepared for that, and I'm fully aware that I am going to have to repair the wall after taking the wallpaper down. But one of my goals this year was to teach myself some new DIY skills, and I want to continue learning more about construction, and this will be one step towards that goal. So I'm gonna start doing the wallpaper. I'm gonna start at this end. The closet is over here on this end, and I usually have that door open, so if I want to avoid any like weird seams or something, I'd rather have it at the further end that will potentially be behind the door, as opposed to the end that's more seen. I'm starting on this wall too, which was my original idea. I didn't really want to wallpaper the entire room. I wanted more of like an accent wall. But because the two largest like flat walls that would be my accent wall, they're on opposing sides, I'll see how that design looks. I feel like I have to do both sides as opposed to just doing the one side. It'll look a little bit more complete. But I'm gonna start with this one wall and see how that looks. The other option for an accent wall would be the window wall, which doesn't have much wall to it, and then the opposing wall, which has like a lot of curves to it. So right now I'm gonna start with the wallpaper and get that up. Everything is arriving here and there, so I do right now have pieces of stuff, and I still need to get a couple pieces of things, but right now I just want to get it started and get the ball rolling. So here we go. You know how our walls are never straight, so I actually did like, let me see if you can see that. I did like a little lip onto the other wall so I can just cut that off, because as I was trying to lay it down and make it straight, there was a gap between the walls. So I'd rather have a little extra to trim off, and corners are usually really easy to trim than for it to be like a little gap there. So got my box cutter and my straight edge. So I think the next challenge is with this type of pattern. It's very specific because it's plaid, so there's not really too much room for error, and it needs to match up correctly. So the next challenge is going to be making sure that this plaid pattern matches up consistently. So this print was much easier to book match than I actually thought. So the trick here was to overlap the second panel with the first one by like a very, very tiny little bit. This is where the seam is. If you get close, you can see how it's not exactly perfect. But when you just come in and you look at it from a distance, it actually looks really good. It looks like one panel. So I'm pretty happy with the way that came out, and I'm actually really, really loving this wallpaper, and my daughter likes it too. Okay, so here is what $40 could get me. I actually calculated, so this roll is 393 inches, which equaled out to like 8 feet or something. But for some reason, I thought it would be enough to do this wall and the opposite wall too. It got done like 3/4 of the wall. This is what I have left, which maybe I can use this for something else. So I'm gonna order more of this. I'm wondering if I'm just gonna do this wall. I'm gonna see how it plays out. I'll see how I like it, especially once I get the curtains up here. So I'm going to order more. So for now, I have to stop here for this wall. Now I'm gonna assemble her doll storage container so I can start taking this down. I need to get a curtain rod to put the curtains up here, but I think I'm gonna pick that up maybe from like Target so I can just get that installed. And while I'm waiting for her bed and her mattress to come, I'll get this taken down and start putting all of her dolls in the doll storage. Should have got the 3-year-old to help me with this. So this comes with text on one side and then it's plain on the other. I'll probably write her name or something on here and then have her decorate this or draw on this so she can add her own little personal touch. Ta-da! I might adjust the legs a little bit to make sure that it's stable. I fear this might take up the whole thing. Let's see how she's feeling about this. She got this for Valentine's Day from her father one year, and here it stayed ever since. I'll see how attached she still is to this, but I'm gonna put it to the side for now. I'm actually going to take this tent and throw it in the washer. I think we can probably use it for Friday nights. We do like movie nights and she watches Scooby-Doo and has pizza and popcorn. I think we can take it out for one of those occasions and she can have like a little sleeping bag or something in it because she's been wanting to camp, so we can do indoor camping. push it against the crown. Help me unroll it, okay? Now roll. You like it? Yeah. I want that. Mom, I want that. You like it? Yeah. I want that. I'm so glad you like it. So this is the nightstand that I ordered. I originally was going to get the purple one. I really wanted to go for like a purple, blue, green, pink pastels in here. I wanted the predominant color to be blue and green because those are my daughter's favorite colors. Right, Ja?
Right, Mom.
What's your favorite color?
Blue and green.
Yeah, so they didn't have this in the light blue, but they did have this mint green color, which is actually working out really well. The curtains that I ordered said aqua, but they look to be more of like mint green, like this color. Tata, move over. So the curtains actually look to be a little bit more of this color, and then her bed, which is going here, hopefully it fits. Her sheets are like a light bluish pastel color, which will match the walls. So I'm hoping that everything comes together really well. And yeah, I'm gonna assemble her nightstand now. We definitely needed more storage in here. Thanks, baby. Especially just for like her little stuff, so we didn't have to keep running back and forth, like her lotion and just like her little trinkets and things. So this is actually all made of metal. The theme that I'm going for is like a kawaii theme. So it's not quite there yet with like the base, but I am gonna make it work with some of the accessories, like for example, her nightstand with her little drawers, and it's gonna come together. What went wrong here? This goes up here. Ugh. One very big user error later. Thanks, 3-year-old. This took way longer than it needed to. I can't even tell you how many times I unassembled this to assemble it again. But finally, we got this put together. Honestly, I feel like the instructions needed to be clearer with the way that it was drawn, because it could be user error. Honestly, it could be user error. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I was going too fast. I don't know. But this should have literally taken like maybe at the max 15-20 minutes to put together. But now that it's put together, I actually really love it. There was a little crack over here, which I'm gonna send a message to the seller and see if they can send me a replacement for that. But otherwise, it looks just like the picture and I really like it. I'm gonna attach the little accessories to it. So the goal today is to install these curtains. The color was listed as aqua, but they actually look like more of a mint green color, which is the same as her nightstand and also very close to her carpet. So right now we have a predominantly mint green theme going on here. However, the two walls will be like this lighter blue color, so I believe I'll be able to tie in that blue and mint green color together with some of the accent pieces in order to make it all look cohesive. So I'm gonna install these curtains now. I went this morning and just picked up a rod from Target. I had actually seen these for my sister's room and I thought they were actually very pretty. So I'm looking at her windows. They're actually quite large. I might end up needing to get another set of panels. I'll see how it looks, but they're supposed to be room darkening curtains, but they also have this really pretty sheer overlay. So I thought that this would be perfect for a little girl's room. So I usually don't do the grommet. However, for this application, I think that they're very appropriate, and I think that they look really pretty once they're installed. And I feel like if you match them up with the right aesthetic, they can come across looking elegant. So I'm gonna get the curtain rod up and install these now.
Tata. Sorry, Mom.
Okay, baby. Just be careful when you throw things, okay? Of course, there's no stud in the middle. I feel like they should know. Like, I feel like we should put some kind of support here. Like, how can you do that so it's not just drywall? So the curtain rod went up very nicely and pretty easily, and I think the curtains look good. They're actually very pretty, and you can see the light filter through a bit, which I actually like, as opposed to it being completely room darkening. And I'm actually very happy with the width. Usually for windows this size, I would do 2 panels, but I think because the shears are layered on top of the curtains, it gives it a fuller look. Also, while I was putting the curtains up, I saw that the bed was delivered early. It wasn't supposed to get here for a couple more days, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna open this up and put it together. When I was looking for a bed for her room, I wanted to try to find something that was somewhat closer to the floor and also would fit in this little nook area behind me. Because of the layout of her room, it would maximize the most space if I could get the bed under the window. I also wanted something like a day bed type of feel, so it could be used kind of like interchangeably, and the style would look good under the window. I came across this bed, which I thought would work perfectly for what I need it for. The challenge is going to be whether or not it actually fits here, wedged into this little nook here. Looking at the dimensions online, it's supposed to, but we know sometimes that measurements are not 100%, give or take a couple inches. So I'm hoping that it does work out. That rust. It looks like it has a rust on it, which is kind of crazy, brand new out of the box. So because there's all this rust on here, I'm gonna wipe this down and clean it now. There's definitely something wonky with this. On top of the rust issue, this piece is also taller. This is supposed to go flush with this other outside bar. All of the rest of them are flush. This side too. So I know that's not a user error. It looks like they did something wrong with this bar. So I did some rearranging here, which I think will end up working better. I moved the bed from this area here over to this wall, which will end up working perfectly with like a little nice accent wall behind it. It allowed me to have a little bit more space over here and a more floor area here, which is what I really wanted, to have space for her to play. And I pulled her carpet out. I might end up pulling it out just a little bit more. Generally, I do like to have the carpet like about halfway. Because of the setup that I was gonna do, the carpet was gonna go this way, like basically underneath of her bed. But I think this works well too. Once her bed's on there, it'll help tie the room together even more. So while I was building that, I ended up getting her dresser here, which originally I was gonna put it in her closet, but I'm thinking that I might end up using that to store more of her things and have her dresser out here, which it should fit out here perfectly.
With that.
I'm building your dresser.
What we're doing?
That's where we're gonna keep your clothes.
My toy. Why?
Because we need somewhere to put your clothes so they're not all over the floor. And we can keep your room clean.
Why?
Because you can play more and you can play better in a room that's not messy.
What are you doing? Hello, Mom.
That was the simplest build I did all day.
Are you Bano?
Here, you wanna help me?
Oh, yeah.
You do that one over there.
What?
You gotta screw it in like this, see? So see how Mommy's turning it?
Ah!
Got it?
I turn it. What's this?
No, silly. You're being silly.
Don't, Mom.
It goes in here. You wanna help me?
Okay.
Here, let's put it in together.
Good. Like that?
Yep, you got it, love.
I'm gonna do the put you.
What? But blue is your favorite color and purple's my favorite color. We can do each other's favorite color. How about that? I'll do your favorite color and you do my favorite color.
Okay.
We did it. We did it. High five. Okay, so the mattress is here. These are the setup instructions. I watched the video. I'm not exactly sure how long it takes to expand. So I'm going to put this on the bed and roll it out and we'll see how it goes. Do you hear that? Here it comes. Ta-ta! Is that your new bed?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Is it comfy?
Yeah.
Is it soft?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
So this side is, I think the softer side, it's ages 2 to 7 it says, and the firmer side is ages 8 and up. I would say that it fits pretty well and it unrolled pretty quickly and it's got a nice little bit of weight to it. I did try to find one that was as reasonably priced as possible and also non-tox, comfortable, all of the works. So I'm going to put the mattress cover on that I found and put the sheets on. Okay, so here is the bed setup. I got the pillows and I got the duvet cover, and I also got the duvet insert. For her pillows and her duvet insert, it's 100% cotton cover, but I believe it's a microfiber fill. I went back and forth about what type of material to get for that, and I wanted it originally to be all cotton or wool or some type of natural material. However, it gets extremely costly, so I did want to focus on materials that would be touching her skin. So I thought that would be a nice compromise as a budget-friendly option. This whole combination is actually very comfortable. These pillows are super fluffy, and the duvet insert is also really thick and fluffy and comfortable. I think that it would be a nice all-weather duvet, but I also like to be cuddled up no matter what time of year it is. So I'm really happy with the quality of the products that I got and the cost. So I did get more wallpaper. The last thing that I really need to do is finish up this wall over here, and then I started this wall here. There's the dinosaur, and I'm just gonna finish up this wall here with the rest of the wallpaper that I have. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. I really enjoyed the process of cleaning, decluttering, organizing, and designing this space for my 3-year-old. She also really loved helping me along the way and adding her own little personal touches. I still have a lot of the kawaii details and some more personal touches that I want to add, but I am really happy with the base that I created first. I wanted this room to feel flexible, functional, and still really reflective of her personality. So if you want to see more of this content, please make sure to like and subscribe. I release videos every Tuesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.